An easy walkthrough presence into the A side. Icebox up next, and Lotus, where we'll finish off if needed. A big tag onto Avez, down to 25, and a headshot to finish him off. paTiTek's done well, and they may look to just play the retake now.
Yeah, it's weird. They've got a lurking breach out from saadhak all the way back into middle, playing an incredibly late round scenario. My only worry is if that late round will play a part if he doesn't get moving, and I think those steps are already being heard by Nats. Although I say that, maybe not. Managing to get all the way around behind. Not expecting him to be there so soon. Elite on the site, holding his ground, does manage the one. Still though, this defensive side coming out on top in terms of the duels. marteen tries to turn it once again, but it will be left all onto SUYGETSU, and he is not close enough to the spike.
Leaving a player behind late. Surprised that saadhak was still able to get that done. Like you said, those steps were definitely heard. That's going in just a little bit too late to catch him, or maybe a little too early before he emerges from that wall, but they still had so much presence, and I think that's firstly thanks to the early pickup. Portal. Gate crash, still online towards the spawn, but fairly soon that's going to be fading away. Contact taken by Keiko. Gate crash just disappeared, so paTiTek's going to be on his own, and he's being caught by the decoy. Some Master utility to try to buy in time, but he's got some setback at him. Does well to find one. Nats trading it back and picking up a rifle. The Guardian now in play. Late lurk coming through middle. And that could be pivotal in this 2 versus 2. The spike, though, dropped in the open thanks to Kamo. Low HP on him. Serial 125, and SUYGETSU with it all to do.
He's had a fantastic couple of weeks. Was the superstar in their last game, even though it didn't go to plan, but he has seconds to try and make this one work. First kill comes for free, but now 10 seconds to play with. Running onto the spike, just trying to get it down, but there's a player right close in that corner. Kamo low on HP, and he's managed to get the gun out in time. Now, in SUYGETSU's favor, as Kamo is just desperately trying to find an element of surprise, but in this corner, that element really isn't to be had. SUYGETSU just waiting for somebody to be on the other side, but he'll win it. We are back in. We are moving. The players are going straight into an aggressive start to this round. marteen leading the way. The stun is effective, but there's a teammate to help. He can't take that fight anymore. Looking to just try and hold on to the ground. The defensive side have left the site instead.
Yeah, marteen's got that control though, right? Most importantly, pushing those players back and leaving that space for the late round lurk to come through from Elite up in heaven. He's right behind them. His timing near perfect, and they're getting picks on site. Elite strikes from behind and leaves them in an awkward position. Team Liquid, 2 players left. Spike not planted just yet. That will change very soon. With Elite's ultimate activated, all the information's there, but Kamo uses that!
Still seeing that same phantom in the hands of Nats, but for now at least it's Kamo to go down. Hasn't been able to hold on to that extremity, and a regression coming through from paTiTek. Nats as well, down into mid, trying to get away with a little bit more than just one, and he'll find the second, keeping things at least even for now. But it seems like Casey's plan is potentially double back towards B, but that is where 2 players are currently waiting.
Made those rotations in good time. A decent read from Team Liquid, or a decent guess, I suppose. 2 players spotted now, though, confirming their suspicions. Keiko around the side. They've heard the TP in, and they're ready for the fight. Serial with it.
It also allows for a bit more of a stack-up. Serial, still that newest player, being left alone on the other side, but marteen's done well. That's at least the start they were looking for. An opening pick.
Yeah, finally a step in the right direction. But a lot of control for Team Liquid around mid thanks to that Viper's Pit. And they're losing players still. Kamo going down leaves a very isolated Keiko calling for backup. Nats is on the rotate. That Viper's Pit just about to fall. For KC, that's a clear sound cue. They know now. That player's gone from mid, probably rotated into A, and they're waiting still. Pumping the brakes completely, allowing Team Liquid to second guess themselves.
Spotted. Info there. Nade. Attempted to try and slow them down. 35 seconds. An aggressive position from marteen as well, but it's being watched. It leaves Keiko isolated. An attempted rotation, but it's going to be so far behind. Keiko needs to do absolutely everything here with the full force of the opposition. Slowly clearing out the back of the sites, clearing out those angles. Elite will get the job done. KC, without a miracle clutch coming through from Serial, are going to have their first round on the board.
Well, Serial picked up a 3K earlier, but this one should be too much to ask of any player. Especially without KC or playing this. It's not like they're isolated, spread out, giving opportunities on the site together, looking to fight. Maybe he can take Elite down, but even then, where do you go from there? All three players will be ready to swing, and with the next half. But now, that means a relatively flawless performance from this stage forward.
And it has seemed like a lot of these rounds, players have come into things a little bit for now, at least. We get to see what the response is, animation of not a massive stack up of players. They're going to try and execute here.
Still to contend with Keiko, though. The showstopper online now finding its mark onto Elite, but he picked up a double before falling. That gives them a real chance here. With the spike recovered, they can find themselves in a 3v2 post plant, but there's already some Liquid members close by. paTiTek's given away his position up in heaven. They don't know about Nats, but they're about to find out. Big swing, but it's Nats to put them to bed. SUYGETSU all alone just moments ago. They had the advantage, and they will have the plant on the other side of the map. But from there, a big clutch needed from SUYGETSU, or else Team Liquid will be right back to winning ways.
Nats has done so much in this round, but they might just need a little bit more. SUYGETSU trying to almost play with the element of surprise. The Viper screen almost helping him out. Now, you have to bear in mind that the plant position definitely isn't the best one. Can't go back towards heaven from this spot, otherwise he'll not be able to hold on to it. Needs to swing out and check, and already it seems like it's being watched. Nice shot on the first, but can't. Proven on this map, especially with the double duelist, they can put rounds up on the attack. So you're looking at a scenario where even if KC win the remaining 3, it might not be enough. Like, genuinely might not be enough. And that's if they manage to get anywhere near these rounds. It seems like Nats has been in his mind palace for the last hour or so, just building how he's going to win these rounds for the squad. Sometimes Serial has been enough on his own.
Absolutely.
He's been having a great game. And okay, a little bit of a fadeaway dunk. This leaves saadhak with only a pistol. No time to play with.
That might have been a lucky shot, but he's 13-5. There's no look about the rest of the duels he's been taking. Good information, 2 players spotted close A. The idea of extra utility maybe supportively coming in from further. They think it's an A stack. The move towards B shows that to be true.
Keiko. He's pushed up. They don't expect him to be here. They saw the players moving in the other direction after the fake TP, and they thought, okay, this spot is going to be clear. Instead, Keiko takes the initiative, and this is now just almost becoming disrespect.
That has the spike.
The push down mid, the spike.
He's heard him.
Making his way back through the spawn. This could be round over before it begins, and, well, yeah, with 2 players falling at the same time, SUYGETSU on 1 versus 4. This is turning into an absolute slaughter for KC. It's safe to say that Liquid want that top seed.
Man, yeah, crazy play from Nats getting down towards the bottom of mid, hearing the steps on the rotate. That's a real thorn in the side for KC, for Keiko as well, to get aggressive in A main after that player TP's out. And the pressure that should have been put on B because of that. Could have drawn the rotations, could have left A that little bit more open, but Keiko with the split-second decision to stay aggro. Pretty much got this round fallen right into Team Liquid's pocket. 20 seconds, 2 players close by. Kamo with the ult, but you even gonna throw it in here? Maybe, just to close it out, the guarantee at 15. If they just interrupt this plant with both players, SUYGETSU's gambling that there's no one nearby. And he's about to find out the hard way that that is wrong. Just 1 interrupt needed, the stun put through. It's over already. He's out of time. And out of luck, he might get Serial.
Currently a rifle with no shields. They're just going to try and contact here, try and run straight into Keiko. And well, he's gone down, but his teammate is there alongside. Another man advantage already for Liquid.
Right there.
Don't get in my way.
A lot of people go for that Vandal, but when you see Nats with a Phantom in hand, you know that no smoke is safe to hide behind. With the Viper's pit up, mid is completely contained now for Team Liquid. Gate crash is well sent through, so quick rotations possible. And that will be given away fairly soon, that KC are coming in this direction. The flash from saadhak, signaling to paTiTek. He spotted one. The gate crash comes through. Kamo here to help. Ult wasn't used last round, so it's online for the info in this. They've only seen 1 player. They're about to find all of the info. There it is.
All 3 spotted. Kamo not wanting to overextend. Nats now leaving the pit and hightailing it to the other side, and just the time that's being bought, it's almost too easy. Kamo just picking them apart, one standing and tagged down to just 20 HP, but they can just hold on to the heavens, make it awkward for Elite to try and even attempt to get a plant. You can see that the Liquid players are being diligent, not overfacing, not risking too much, although Nats goes looking. He's left it all onto Serial. It's been fantastic all the way through the map so far, but maybe Elite could be the one to take this over the line, give them at least a second round, give them at least a semblance of hope. In this moment, Serial's just waiting. He's expecting eventually maybe some sort of pick, some sort of look, but Elite is just calm and collected, sat back on the spike. If anything, it might be a bit more of a surprise on the other side. And for it.
Oh, a few shots landed for Nats, but not enough. He takes down one, does some damage, dishes it out. The mid spot by saadhak's gotten him the spike, a good indication there's more players coming. Camo tagged low as well. Good start for KC, and a pistol round win here could set them up for that comeback that they very much need. SUYGETSU there for backup, and it's all looking good for the defensive side.
Trip in play. Ave's in position, a crossfire as well with SUYGETSU. Getting into this site, it's going to be incredibly difficult. Ave's even attempting to slow them down just that little bit more before swinging out on it. Serial again, though. He's been devastating throughout this map.
30 seconds.
Two players remaining, both tagged up as well. Spike will be retrieved and just going to try and give himself a little bit of extra space, but he's trying to just bait this out as a bit of a ruse. And
late into the round, going out a little bit wider. Shot lands, but it's into the elbow.
And you have to take into consideration that Avez is sat with only a pistol in hand as they look to move.
Nice start from Elite. Picking up one, but they need so much more with the weaknesses in play. Keiko claiming head. SUYGETSU's on the backside. It looked like that snake in the grass could have come back to bite Team Liquid, but instead, a plant secured and Nats waiting out in middle for this rotation. He will be dropped, but saadhak has much more to do. No info on either of these players, and a Bucky and a Ghost in his hands.
I think at this stage, the Bucky might be in the back pocket.
What a read.
This is one of the few fights that he'd actually have an advantage in. Already down to half HP, goes chasing, looking to try and find Keiko for Elite to do. He's done well so far.
They're a little isolated. Marteen, though, grabs the first, the surprise on the angle.
About to have the cavalry, but the cavalry hasn't come quick enough. That three-man re-aggress has worked wonders. Now they're walking into a site that might seem open, but with the amount of heaven control, it's definitely not going to be easy. Immediate use of the salvers and the double up. Yeah, the maximum you're going to get from that position is one. Marteen, again, immediate with finding that trade. And now for Nats and paTiTek, they've got a lot to do.
I
don't mind the idea to get ahead of the problem, but Marteen seems to be the real problem. A four-piece pickup. paTiTek isolates one, caught by the paranoia. They've seen that, and it's an execution from Marteen. He's picked.
Aggressive dive-ins that you need to be had, but in these scenarios, just getting into positions, trading effectively when necessary, and while landing pretty much every single shot that was put in front of him. A massive round for Marteen.
Me!
Can come to you. So it's more so, can they get an orb, which they will be able to off the plant? Can they go in without too many casualties here? Well, the answer's looking like a no.
Spike down A.
Nats is able to trade out one, but Elite going unpunished up in heaven.
That is the pit.
They're going to use it. Oh, Tom, I thought you were being a little overzealous. There was no way that they were going to pull through an ultimate in this, but they've got a sense that this is a round they could win. saadhak is playing with the judge. Maybe a chance for him if he gets up close, or if any of the Liquid members do. But playing inside that pit, Keiko with the rifle outside falls early. That's a big problem now.
Oh, that's even bigger
from
problem.
Elite, gonna find them all, the picks that he had. And the fact he was able to escape unnoticed, that's put a big problem in play for this squad. Nat spots one, a clean kill on the first, but now he's all alone. Gets a judge off his opposition. No, this is the perfect weapon!
We've seen some absurd aces this week. We've now had a judge ace and a Bucky ace over the last 2 weeks.
The second he died, he was like, he has a dash! Oh, that was awful. Nice opening pick, though, by SUYGETSU. Serial put to bed. 7 rounds in a row, it's a lot, but we've seen stranger things happen. With the form team Liquid are in, Tom, it would be a real surprise.
We've seen stranger things happen this week. So it's not out of the realms of possibility. Starting this round off well.
30 seconds left.
Showstopper in. Oh, it's gone past. They haven't actually cleared Marteen in the corner. So he'll be able to take one and escape. And now, well, normally you talk about the potential of a Showstopper just taking the site, but that now doesn't hold any value. 5, make that 4, make that 3.
Breaking exploit. If you could pick up those orbs inside the ult.
Change.
Thankfully not.
I think they've realized now that a lot of these rounds Elite has been playing on his own, so they want to try and put the pressure on. But they have to find him first, and that hasn't been going so well. Nats, again, manages to find another with that stinger. And a rifle is picked up. It's only seized and everywhere.
Maybe give it to us.
Yeah, give it to me. Well,
I'll
to be
take
fair, I literally did have that headband on. Problem, the guy with the rifle, so you can understand the frustration from Liquid's perspective. What they will lose, though, is that they got that opening pick. Plant seemingly inevitable. And even though it's a weaker purchase, this could definitely be a problem for KC.
Well, they're already committing ults to it. Keiko picking up one. The rifle, I don't... Oh, it is retrievable. In fact, it fell down. It's now in Camo's hands, and he's waiting on the site for some contact. Gets it onto Elite, and ult will be used for info. Nat's still lurking around. The stinger in hand. There's one spotted. They've got decent info, but Nats is caught trying to get aggressive on the back of it. They know roughly where Camo is. Stopping this defuse, though, seems to be a difficulty, but never mind. We're down to a 1v1. Serial desperately low, but so is the time, and that defuse needed. In fact, Aves tries to bait him into a fight, but running the clock down was all that Team Liquid needed.
Due to a significant and ongoing technical issue at the Riot Games Arena in Berlin, we've made the difficult decision to postpone today's VCT EMEA matches. The league will revise the schedule in the coming days and share an update with the community once the new match date is confirmed.
Fans running, right? There is no slow warm-up here.
Yeah, for sure. I was going to say, actually, whether or not Serial's going to allow this passage. I'm not sure. Maybe he's expecting 3 members here. Marteen's already looking to clear it, though, and actually saadhak to find it.
Yeah, big awareness on that. Super heads-up work to clear Serial. That's lovely from them. But there's still obviously a lot more to be done, and I kind of like that they've changed up this flank, right? They haven't continued on that pathing.
Yeah, sure.
They've readjusted straight through middle.
You can already see Nats kind of primed, looking towards that direction now, but the focal point here is actually going to be towards paTiTek. Got to be careful here, but saadhak will fall. Trade comes through, though.
Yeah, good little trade. Keiko going down, though, is rough. SUYGETSU doing wonders to open up these opportunities. Now down to Camo and Nats. And this post plant's not looking so good. Not looking so secure. Maybe feeling some element of safety after getting the plant down with such little contest. But now Nats is under the gun. There's no getting out of this. Surely not. 10 HP, he's done for. I love a proactive approach to this. If you're on the bonus, try and make something happen. Incredibly authoritative start as well. Gonna post up at least one, push them down deep towards B. But the reactions here, Liquid instantly up middle. Keiko's taken away saadhak, and he's off to the races. SUYGETSU, he's gonna hit. It doesn't matter if you hear the steps. Keiko clean with it. He has done his job here. Liquid right up the guts. Mike, I thought it was a one-off in that last round. It looks like they found the approach they want. Keiko finally dealt with, but a 4v2 is a lot to ask for with Marteen only on 5 HP.
Yep. That should be rewarded for his patience here. Absolutely is. Like you said, Marteen, just a lick of HP left.
Spike planted.
Spike obviously planted regardless.
Right now, Keiko could be on for a heater. SUYGETSU, I felt that was a little, overconfident, really, considering how much value you can bring here, putting Aves in a really uncomfortable spot. Tricky to hold, going to be forced away. Actually fights forward. I think that was the wrong call. And the pace coming out from Nats is outrageous. Yeah, man, give it to him. Let's go, Nats. Come on. Find him.
Well, he's going to know now.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Yeah.
Assists? Oh, Keiko, quick pace here. I'll come back to my point in a moment once we see this round wrap up, because Aves is once again being tested in middle, but it's mostly by Nats with the Keiko on the backup. But again, the confidence is sky high. Oh my God,
He's looking
Nats.
sharp.
Okay, the conversation I will have will be echoed in this round because it makes sense now. You're seeing everyone swing with full confidence. Be it FPS, be it being back on those LAN servers, it is working. These guys are coming in gunning. It genuinely makes a big difference here. And now saadhak and SUYGETSU, though, a 2v3 is very much in the realms of reality, but SUYGETSU quite far from this. Walking into the unknown, a tricky spot here. Camo to the left, paTiTek to the right, and you got that deep post-plant hold as well.
Awkward angle here.
Yeah, but the barrel's shown. Camo laps that one up and closes too. He's a very solid player with that. So, oh my, what?
Well,
Aves
digs
4x3
Aves
or
out.
just chilling?
Yeah.
Okay, marteen though, all tag and no frag.
Oh,
right
no.
now. That's devastating.
You can see the frustration as well immediately on the player cam. And I think
gutting.
just there where Marteen's drifted back a little deeper to the layered flashes so quickly in a double flash comp. That's why we're seeing SUYGETSU and saadhak previously getting shut down kind of off rip.
Yeah,
I mean, in that position, you're almost feeling like Aves is up looking towards belt, and you got to argue Marteen's probably holding close under. Oh.
it kind of bit of everything actually.
Yeah, a bit of everything, yeah. And then, unfortunately, Marteen gets his ankles broken by paTiTek. Maybe don't commit towards these opening engagements, but Keiko looking to maybe dig a little deeper here with the Blade Storm. Nats immediately
this lurk,
up mid.
man.
He's here so fast, Lauren.
It's vintage, and they're succeeding on the site as well. It's like that double insult to injury almost. You've got Nats now got a nice bit of angle for pressure, but Marteen very heads up, maybe even noted by saadhak. And Elite still firing off. They found a bit of a rhythm that's working now. Elite doesn't need to hold too deep on this. He can play from the back of the site. He's got support here, but Keiko's deadly. Not today. Good trade. And down to a 2v3. Hold on. paTiTek not going to land the shot, leaving just Camo alive. And with Aves, SUYGETSU, Marteen. Hold on. This is another test for SUYGETSU. He's had a... Yeah! Again, what a frustrating game for him. He's tried to play up close. He's tried to be aggressive. He's tried to play passive. But saadhak finds some room to work. That's not bad. But now paTiTek's trading him out, so we're back down to a 3v3. And you look at the space that's been given.
Wait.
Yeah?
Spike's lost, but Serial was in their spawn.
Yes, he is.
Inside the 30-second mark.
Right. Now,
Actually,
lockdown.
Killjoy, yeah, but
Kind of good. Kind of buys time.
it does. But again, when do they? This is a bait from paTiTek potentially.
Come on, Nats, lock in, buddy. Lock in, buddy. Put his life on the line for you. Oh. And now the absence of presence. All eyes look to the other side, right? It becomes super obvious. Serial, that's a 1v3 you got to work out, and it ain't happening.
Either side of the map really is the other benefit of Keiko
like that,
left in a position to maybe backstab, but dealt with here. And on the other side, Marteen will fall.
Yeah,
the adjustment being.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say the adjustment being this time SUYGETSU's not here on B. It's Marteen to hold down the fort, but they're going to continuing to punish that.
Yeah.
Well, it's an anchor, yes, but it's very frontline.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I bet SUYGETSU was like, yeah, welcome to my world.
Yeah,
Sucks over here, doesn't
that's
it?
Yep.
Yeah.
You want to switch back? Nah, I'm all right, thanks.
Nah, I'm chilling. Ooh, ooh. That boy never stopped running. KC, 4 against 2 now.
Last player.
Surrounded him. Oh, God. Someone save SUYGETSU, please. Don't let him die. Oh,
no.
It's a terrible... it's a terrible fate. Oh, there's another one suffering. Wait, Marteen. Okay, he does well to at least get...
Oh.
Yeah, man, we take those every day. Of course. This is just a bloodbath.
Yeah.
Who's going to stop swinging first?
Well, Serial's a million miles away from this, so Pat's taking a rough spot to try and create a little distance between him, saadhak, and Aves. saadhak spotted on the drop, but just can't pin him down. Not even a single tag there. Well,
Oh, that's how this ends. And again, this is when maybe those conversations around the no duelist comp comes into play a little bit more, but Keiko already showing his validity at the very minimum, but is traded in on. Frenzy's coming out to play here. This again has just gone so pacey.
120 on the clock, by the way.
This is ridiculous. Like, can we just actually talk about this?
Spike's
This game feels
down,
bizarre.
6 people are dead, 120 on the clock.
like the observers are like, guys, what
guys,
are you doing to us?
please.
Please, man. I'm trying. Bro, I love you guys so much. Like, this is a brutal welcome back. They've gone, nah, guys, let's kick it up 5 gears. Let's go turbo speed. Nats has got a 1v3 to work out. In a post plant like this, you still got saadhak with the flash, the knife. You got Avez as well, ready to go around.
Many
very
moons.
different. Yeah,
and a galaxy far, far away.
Oh god, I just had the Teletubbies come to play in my head. Thanks,
What?
for Mike. Don't think that's how it follows up, but I don't know. I've had a real 90s throwback recently. But looking at middle, we do have a bit of presence here. paTiTek, there's someone below you.
Yeah, I feel like he's got a pretty good grasp with where the smoke was placed.
Does he now?
Okay.
Ooh, it's getting a bit weird. It's getting a bit weird because now we're down to a 3v3 and those Stingers and those Guardians are still looking pretty deadly.
What?
KC winning out fights. It feels like they shouldn't. Kamo taking a mad fight on that.
Yeah, you got to assume that when the spike tag comes through, there's going to be an extra body or two here. So a little weird to see Kamo commit to that. Now Nats and Keiko tasked with a 2v3. Stinger and a Sheriff for saadhak and Elite, and only a Guardian for Avez, so still doable here for Liquid. They've got to dig one of these players out fast.
Okay, they got the salvos down, but it is time-based, right? There is just this real hard time, and lovely from that. That's what, oh my god, the tag on Elite 2.
Elite is 1 HP.
Imagine they got it half. That would have really changed things, but I think now the time is too far gone. And for Nats, it's stunning work from him. We are seeing, I hate saying vintage Karmine Corp though. I want to see them navigating this new potential threat. And Nats read it like a marteen. Bye-bye.
Don't get away with many of those. Actually, just off camera, Avez does catch Nats there. The trade comes through, but Sirio actually swinging onto 2 members in Tube.
A questionable choice.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know if he spotted the second there, but I mean, there's no chance on that angle. I mean, I say no chance. Slim chance of catching both in Tube there. That angle tends to favor whoever's walking up Tube, but Keiko slipped back towards Snowman. Ave's now going to try and pave the way. Careful here. Keiko's going to be shut down behind the wall effectively once it does go up, but he's looking to get aggressive. Rewarded, but the trade comes through.
The number of players still here is pretty rough to find a way out of. And you look at the post plant, you look at util Avez. How far off the util are we? How long until those salvos are back online? That's going to be a factor coming in. Actually quite a way off, but has ult. So sitting there, what looks like a Zippo in hand. Stressful day. So ult in. That's the time buyer. I don't know how they're going to try and get around these players. You look at the util now, starting to run a little low on this. paTiTek does well. And I mean, Kamo got a shoulder the angle, right?
Just not seen the same approach from Liquid
For
to...
Keiko, though.
Yeah, just... And again, he's not finding the same individuals, just Kamo. Who's down to 71 HP already. No util left. Malik, good for the first. Oh, he's actually going to get that close and personal.
I like it. You got to try and make something happen. Buys time, slows them down. Barrel, bye-bye. Camo does wonders. That's sort of dreamy for him. He was already down low. He was tested on his own, and the timing on the walk.
Now, no command available.
You should run.
Sirio and Camo both have their ultimates as well, but yeah, Camo overwhelmed.
Oh, that's rough for him. From 0 to 0, pretty much, as KC should have done enough to be able to get that plant down. There it is, yeah, now into the post plant. And look at the positioning already. Just tucked down below. Marteen holding that out.
Ooh,
Viper's pit on top.
I mean, they've got the lockdown to potentially cancel out the pit as well. And they're going to do so, yeah. I mean, invest in pretty much everything here, but Marteen unnoted as of yet.
Avez still has his util as well. He needs to play as safe as he can. Nats is trying to do everything possible. Fighting 2 in this round is already big. He's going to send those salvos flying. Now they've got to put bodies behind this. It's worked out. Serial goes.
They're already going to be very comfortable to play out a few scrappy rounds. Happy to, you know, trade back and forth with Liquid because it suits them.
And for those playing along at home, this will extend play to an additional map. However, Nats kind of likes this one. Doesn't. Hey, it was a nice try.
Flash caught.
He deserves a little bit of a dice roll in his favor once in a while. It was rough on that side of the map. Now we do get into the post plant, and KC once again bigger weaponry. Util on the post plant, but Camo with the mosh getting that. Fair enough. SUYGETSU goes down. His luck continues.
Okay.
And Ave's last one alive here. He's been hunted down by Saadhak. One away from his. Oh, and Serial. This is a tough bit of timing, but actually Aves goes down here. It's SUYGETSU just threading the needle on that. Serial had no idea.
I feel like he's almost caught that wall bang through the turret when he tried to shoot it. Serial kicking himself there.
A man up at this point, Mike.
Sorry, 3v4, sorry. Can't even count.
Yeah. It's tough. Oh, Keiko. If they come back around, I don't know which way. I guess they're just going to group and go B together. So this what puts it in towards Camo and paTiTek's hands. They have good util here on this side of the map as well to slow this down. For the attacking side, very well situated too. This is... For all the marbles, still a bit paranoid about yellow. Fair enough. Got the knife. Potentially clear, should do.
I was going to say, Camo's looking to potentially challenge. That's a big kill. No command gone.
Yeah, he knows his lines here.
30 seconds left.
Let's find one. Still unsure of further presence. Obviously, you can see how obstructed the vision is. Plant's in play, though, now. And SUYGETSU's played a little further forward. Catching paTiTek just trying to hold that line.
Keiko's
no
got
Camo's nearby.
You've got a lot of ground to cover. And again, Camo just way ahead of the curve here. Maybe feeling a little desperate or feeling as if he's got the advantage to isolate a player, but puts Keiko in a rough spot, a 1v3 to extend the map.
Yeah, good luck, Keiko. All on you. One close towards yellow, two up high. A brutal crossfire to dismantle.
Dig their heels in. Paranoia sent through, doesn't catch anything on the front lines at least, but marteen going to be in a position to backstab this.
Yeah, look at Camo here. How much value? He's still standing.
Yeah.
Player standing.
He's the only one standing. 1v3.
Kick off the pistol. I mean, he's got the 1v2 here, and they're lined up, but...
Baffled. Liquid going to be coming to this with the Sheriff on Camo. Beyond that, it is classic. So, farming time at the zoo. That was a bold approach, I'm going to be honest. I was going to say it's because everyone's doing 100 men against a gorilla, you know what I mean?
SUYGETSU doesn't back away from opening engagements, man. It's just, it's hardwired into him.
I'm a shoulder it. I'm a hold this.
I'm a shoulder it. I'm full body swinging. I'm crouched on top of the box, man.
I got him. That's a bit worrying because Keiko's now got himself a Guardian, and they've probably got a plant on B here. Oh, do you go together? 3, 2, 1 it.
Planted.
Oh, it doesn't feel nice.
Good. No.
Doesn't feel good. Okay.
Oh, he's cleared that corner now with the knife.
Okay, got a bit of a reveal on the right. Camo's got marteen. Hold on, this is all going upside down. Oh dear, it's two left, saadhak and Elite. Where are the positions on these two? Sat up towards heaven. Playing on the back of the wall, they've kind of diced this. No problems. saadhak forced away with the paranoia. Going to make himself a little cubby to play from, and the ult's going to come in. Camo unleashes, going to dive on in, have a look, finds nothing, and then spotted. Spots out saadhak, very well done here. Controlling the space beautifully until marteen makes a... I mean, it was a hero play, but it would have been nice if someone else had tried to swing with him at the same time, but it felt a little bit disjointed.
It was fine a response, but it's Keiko now to put SUYGETSU up against the ropes. A 1v3, yes, two question marks for KC.
No, I don't stop. Oh, it's rewarded.
Why can't that be one of the situations where the observers are somewhere else altogether?
Because ours are too talented. Well, okay, Martin's blind, so they are going to be able to get... Oh my god!
Thank you. Thank you for trading that. Oh, it's a 2v2. SUYGETSU, still got the rifle as well. Keiko eager to try and respond, but at least settle for the plant here.
Too.
Cage triggered.
Okay. This is very doable. You got Haunt, Prowler.
Aves can get towards a rifle as well, yeah, because they have to retreat towards tree.
Ah, but Keiko's reposition is filth. I love it. It may not work out, but I actually like the idea of it. But now it's on Nats in a 1v2. Committed on the angle. They're rewarded on that reposition, but I don't mind it. Make a go of it, but especially after the Prowler cleared. But again, well, Buckies are back in, I guess, Mike. So
yeah, well, you can see there actually, yeah, was that Nats finding that one through the door onto Elite? Yeah, beautiful response found, but maybe
what's going on towards him. Well, caught him over towards that mini, and now the reclear. Nice.
Doesn't drop off. Yeah.
Yeah. I like the intention as well from KC, just clearing that space, trying to at least trade back in, right? Keep it at this 4v4.
Great awareness, actually, though, because look what the response is from Liquid. Now, obviously, going to be sniffed out by marteen and the ult, but straight away coming across here, Neural Theft Invested will give Liquid all of the information they need.
Yeah, and
the kills they need.
Yeah, he hits those, don't worry about it. And nah, saadhak's not going to find the shot on Serial, so the red carpet rolled out. Leaving marteen, the ult didn't make it far.
To be in that direction. Wouldn't really say on either side there's
I suggest you move.
Yeah, I was just checking. Yeah,
yeah. Fair enough.
Again, with an extra body towards tree there, if you're gonna invest.
The one hero rifle still on marteen. Fast pressure towards saadhak, who's being, I don't say bullied here, but Camo's been kind of keeping him in check. Now this is where it gets trickier, though. Good spacing to make sure it's traded in on, but I don't know if that was the optimal way to do it, but it's got them the sight. You got the post plant now with the deadlock, utility facilitating the safety of it all. And marteen has to be the big kind of man to lead the way back in. And look how close they're playing. Ult not to be had. Good trade though. Liquid to be turning up the pacing again. The second it gets a bit closer, they all fight together. Liquid on the same page, it looks like. Leaving SUYGETSU an Elite. Try and locate these remaining players. Yes, they've got a good shout towards the two of them, probably up towards that heaven side. Stunning from Elite, but again, numbers now.
Intensifies. But yeah, certainly round 10 here.
Hold on. Pacey. Oh, and Nats got saadhak down as well. I thought the KC were looking to maybe spring a bit of a trap here. They had 4 players, Mike. They looked ready to go, and they've just been dismantled.
And a wide swing from Nats with the operator as well. Liquid continuing.
KC maybe just understanding the intentions that Liquid like these kind of double pumps, those kind of like slow down fakes. This is a good shout. Now they're in the right place for it. You've still got 2 players here. It's not an advantage, but it's the best you're going to get. And they were unawares of it, but Sierra's cleared the back of the site. The ult gets unleashed, but SUYGETSU still survives. His teammate, though, in the best of ways, trying to secure him and save him, but the shorty's on the way, and it's Keiko and Nats.
Much to address Liquid's early rounds. Again, Camo looking to get aggressive on to B, though, with the ultimate.
Yeah, spots out one, but it's Aves to take away Serial this time, who's been good at kind of trading in on this. So Casey finally getting a couple players advantage until now. Liquid's back line, picking up the pace. Keiko with a triple in the end. Sitting on 3, and we need SUYGETSU to be on it now. He's had some hot and cold moments throughout this series. Icebox, brutal to witness here. Couple of off moments for him. Now he's got to navigate his way past 2. Nats to the right, Keiko to the left, 3, 2, 1, swing it.
No, like I said, we haven't seen that same sort of step change. Oh, actually, Liquid even being knocked off their momentum. Has felt as if they've had a lot of freedom to set up how they want to in these rounds. But like KC have, it's been a question mark repeatedly, and now with the weaponry towards the end of this half, you assume Liquid are going to continue to, well, try and punish this. marteen rewarded this time around.
Lovely little 1-2 between them. Attention drawn away. Aves desperate to hold on. Huge impact this round. Leaving Keiko in the 1v.
Oh, no.
Bye-bye.
Brained about actually hold that thought for a moment. Camo, I was curious of whether or not they were just going to dry swing on. So I thought they were positioning, maybe posturing forwards there, but marteen caught completely off guard.
And I love the way he can kind of play in front of the util from deadlock and then get back behind it. So there's no chance really of trying to springboard or even a pick from that if it goes the other way around. Oh man, this is thought out. Now, Camo, new position, spots them out, needs someone else to take the attention here. They're already crossing. Careful backside, they're on the way. Keiko, he's going to be able to call it out, but paTiTek still falls. KC, making mountains out of molehills. There's still a fight in this to be had.
SUYGETSU tagged up down to 45. Serial, a chance here maybe to upgrade to the Ghost. Doesn't want to give away his position just yet, but now with the Prowler, has to deal with it. And almost looking as if KC in a position to take two individual fights here. Ava's able to slip away though.
Oh my, what? But still, yeah. What more are you meant to do?
Yeah, because there's a moment here where almost one player passes onto a site, and then the paranoia investment on the side of KC, and maybe looking towards changing the pace slightly, but
What?
into the blender it feels like.
Yeah, head first towards Kamo and Keiko. Lethal in combination and confidence sky high. SUYGETSU does find Kamo, but it's not without the cavalry now being rotated round towards the C site. The spike being picked back up gives them a window of chance here, and SUYGETSU desperately needs to make something of this. 3 players to find though, Mike. It is extraordinarily hard.
And obviously, tagged up, does have the regen, but a stinger in hand, and Nat's already on the prowl. Yeah, he's going to probably win out this one in terms of range. Yeah, these traps are just brutal from this composition from Liquid.
Here we go, now's the test of it, funneling them further forward. It plays in Keiko if they do try and cross through, but the clone going to take most of the attention here. Nice little C's towards backside, but good luck, observers. Let's see if we get a kill. Not yet, and KC have started to fire up. They've divided the site into manageable pieces and maybe made something out of this. A 2v2 though, Keiko key in this. Still good HP and still a top fragger, but saadhak answering back, putting Keiko in the 1v2. Look at the HP though, Mike. Oh, SUYGETSU.
Other side though, Liquid might be here to catch the rotation. Jumping spot, at least a headshot in the mix. No trade comes through though, yeah.
30 seconds left.
Really looking towards Kamo to mitigate as much of this pressure as possible.
Stall comes in, sees towards the back of the site, and Kamo is going to be noted on the Prowler, so his job is done. He's removed from this. paTiTek takes up the mantle and controls the corner. A tap on the spike and it's an isolated fight. This is a problem. Elite can only get one. He's overwhelmed, and marteen was noted earlier. If anything, Nat should be able to keep awareness. You look at the time, it is gone. A miserable way to watch that 12 get on the board. Nice consolation for marteen, but it's 12 none.
Not writing him off just yet.
Yeah, they're so prepped for this, though. They're so prepped for this, though. And Liquid looking to try and end with a flourish, but it's not going to happen. marteen and SUYGETSU win the fight out by mound, and they try and progress forward. Leave the spike to be picked up by the others and trail that in. Let's get some space here. Let's get some security. But look at the ults as well. paTiTek's got his. Kamo's got his. But Kamo's not playing passive in this. Gets swung on. Drive-bys by marteen. And oh my god, paTiTek, easy. This feels a bit individual. I kind of want them to tighten up some of those points there.
I think we've had a few instances of that, but we'll have to see if Serial can get something going here. But
No escape.
let's try and get a tap on the spike as early as possible. Flash comes through, 28 HP. Yeah, it's just being made very awkward for him. Elite actually finds the wall C here, because with the camera, unless anything drifts into C, it's actually a surprise to see Keiko over there.
Huh?
Spike down A.
Oh, it was just, I didn't know where that happened then. I was looking for it on the map, but... Okay, so man up already, and saadhak gone. That ruins a lot of their ability to get towards these sites comfortably.
Kamo nearly ran inside that smoke there after being revealed.
Ult gonna come down as well. Time to evacuate. We're getting ults upon ults here. They're throwing everything into this, it looks like. And they have been rewarded. Liquid just putting the pressure on as a